The old way of running Facebook ads is officially dead. And if you want to succeed with Facebook ads in 2024, you're going to have to make a few tweaks to your strategy. My name is Nick Theriot. I've done over $100 million in revenue for clients with Facebook ads, and I'm about to show you the exact strategies we will be following in 2024 to succeed with Facebook ads. So here's how to run Facebook ads in 2024. First things first, we have to address that times have changed. The old way of running Facebook ads is just not the same anymore. And there's a few things that changed that you need to know. So first things first is that you can no longer hack your way to success with Facebook ads. If you go back on my channel, you can go and look back in the days of, maybe 2020, even 2021, where I was preaching on my channel, duplicating campaigns like 5 times in a row to see, to scale. Or I was showing you how you would duplicate an ad every time you launched it like 3 or 4 times to find the right audience pocket. Or even, back in the day where I would go and create an ABO campaign with 100 ad sets and each one would be at $3 a day to just try to inch your way into the platform. I've literally tried it all. And these old ways of hacking or hacking your rates of success with Facebook ads just no longer exists in the current environment we're in. And, complex ad account structures, audience testing, bid caps, cost caps, duplication of campaigns and ads no longer work. Now, it all comes down to who can be the best marketer. The best marketer wins at the end of the day. And it's important that you must create compelling ads that make people want to buy, but specifically your right customer that wants to buy. And lastly, the one who can spend the most to acquire a customer wins. Facebook ads no longer, is as cheap as it used to be. Year over year, more advertisers spend on Facebook, which only makes the cost of advertising more expensive. Back in the day, you can get 10 cents clicks on Facebook. Now you get $1 click on Facebook. That's really good. So ultimately, you no longer can be reliant on a first customer acquisition being profitable anymore. All of our brands that's doing multiple 7 figures a month no longer worry about being profitable on the first order. They worry about being profitable on the second, third, fourth, and fifth. And they keep customers coming back into their business because they have really good products. Now, with that being said, you don't have to start your business from day one being unprofitable on first purchase. In fact, we have a lot of clients that are still profitable on the first purchase. But as we scale, we have to transition that goal. And at no point will you ever run ads and be completely unprofitable as a business. We just separate new customer revenue and returning customer revenue. We have one client right now doing $400,000 a month in revenue, and $200,000 of that is new customers where we're not profitable at all on those new customers. The other $200,000 is all returning customer revenue month over month that comes in, and we're profitable on that because we spend $0 to get those customers to purchase. So as a whole, for the brand, it's still very profitable. We're just not profitable in new customer acquisition. We break even on that, even some days lose money on that. But returning customer revenue, we make all of our money. So now that you know all this, you know the fact that, hey, the best marketer wins. You can no longer hack your way to success with Facebook ads, and you need to build a business that people want to continuously buy from. What has changed? What are the key ways that I need to run Facebook ads to be successful in 2024? And this is exactly what we'll be going over today. We'll be going over the goal with the Facebook ad because I see so many people get this wrong. We're gonna be going over market research, a couple hacks and tips and tricks that give you guys for market research. Then we'll be talking about crafting ad concepts. Still something a lot of people don't have down yet. They don't really know about how to keep an ad idea and actually create an ad out of that. Ad account goals, ad account setup, and then lastly, ad account management, which comes down to when to turn off a Facebook ad, when to scale it, all of those good things right there. And if you're asking yourself, hey, why am I credible to be teaching these things? Well, look, I've been running ads since 2015. I've done over $100 million in online revenue with Facebook ads, and I currently spend about $2 million per month on Facebook, and also have nothing to sell for you. I give you everything completely free, fully transparent of exactly what we're doing across our agency. Yes, I do mentor, I do have students, but these students, I'm simply just more so reviewing their ads and giving them feedback on their ads. I don't have a course that shows you anything like that. Like, everything is fully transparent here on YouTube. And if you do want to work in my agency or you do want to give my mentorship program, I can review your ads and give you feedback. Links are below for those things right there. So that being said, let's get started. Let's dive into the goal of the ad. Number one thing is that a lot of people mess up on is that they don't understand that your market has desires and wants. These are desires and wants across the marketplace. For example, desire to make more money, maybe desire to look stylish for a girl's attention, maybe desire for a fast car. There's these desires across the marketplace. Now, these are things that already exist in the market. You cannot create desire. And what we want to do is we want to call out those desires. We want to, through market research, figure out these market desires. We want to call those out, and then we want to show people how they can get that with your product. We want to satisfy desire. We want to go out there and satisfy people's desires. That's our objective with as a marketer. And in order to do this, we need to call out the desire, and then we need to showcase how the desire can be achieved with your product. So, for example, here's two of our clients right here. This one ad right here we created where it says the anti-lazy elixir. So we're calling out the desire to stop being lazy. And we're showcasing how it can boost focus, energy, and motivation. You don't even know what the product is from this headline, but this calls out our ideal customer by their desire. Then we go ahead and we showcase it in the creative, and then we even showcase it in the body copy of what it actually is. We call it desire, and then we showcase the product. This is how we can go ahead and we can grab these, like I look at desire as like a waterfall, like water rushing down a stream of body of water. There's some desires that's really slow and smooth, and some desires that's very strong. We find these desires in the market, and we put our ad in the water, and it takes off. That's essentially what we're doing here. Here's another one for one of our clients where we simply just calling out the desire to feel sexy and unstoppable in our Brazilian lifestyle and fitness wear. And we're just showcasing this girl working out. We're showcasing that desire to be in really good shape and showcasing just good looking person. And kind of like that's the desire for our customers to be like that particular person. So we're showcasing that in the visuals. At any time we can visually showcase desire, it increases the power of ads substantially. So just some things to look out for. Now that you know, you need to go out there, find desires, you need to call those desires out, and then put your ad in place. How do we actually go out and get those desires? Well, the next thing is research. So where can we find these desires? And there's a couple different places we can go into. And if you watch the channel, you might have seen this channel, this like little flow chart already. These are a couple like places you can look at. You can just kind of pause the screen and screenshot this really quick. But we have 3 places. You have your brand, you have competitors, and then you have online content. So our brand, social media comments, ad comments, support inbox, reviews, good and bad, tagged posts. We're just kind of simply saying, what do people want? What do people like about the product? Ideally, I want to see what people want. And what they like about the product, that's cool, but that doesn't really tell us what they want and why they bought it. Competitors, selling the same product as you, solving the same problem as you. That's 2 different ones, but we get a lot of information from both of those. Reviews, good and bad, ads. Literally just go look at the top performing ads from your competitors, and you can kind of clearly see like what the desires are and things like that across the market are. Tagged content, that's like on Instagram tagged, YouTube, Reddit, Google reviews, all of those good places. Check those out as well. And then online content. This is where you simply pretend you're a customer, maybe like for the desire to make more money. Go start like going on Google and like YouTube and stuff like that, and just searching up like, how do I make more money? How can I increase my income? And then start looking at what type of things are competing for your attention in terms of, headlines, YouTube videos, things like that. Now, this is just a little case study really quick. One of our brands right here, one of our client brands, we spent about $100,000 on this one particular ad right here. We were able to substantially increase this particular client's revenue. And what we did was we found the desire for a fun activity for girls' night. We want to showcase a new girls' night activity. There's a lot of girls' night activities, but we wanted to showcase a new fun one to satisfy that particular desire. And we found this through the comment of an ad. Some girl like commented on there and just said like, hey girls, we need to do this for girls' night. So we saw that desire, and then we called out the desire, and we introduced our product to satisfy that desire. And that's essentially what we did right here. And it freaking crushed for this brand. Now, if you want a really good app to essentially look at the from the perspective of like, hey, I need a way to look at like top performing ads. I need to like research ads and stuff like that. I'm a huge fan of Foreplay. Foreplay. You can just look it up on Google. Just make sure it's foreplay.app, I think it's called. And this app right here is phenomenal for ad research to see top ads from other brands. You can use this little like search feature. Like I just searched up mushrooms. I can see all the top ads running for mushrooms, you know, as an example right there. So really amazing tool to help out with research. Now, crafting ad concepts. You've done the research, you figure out your desires. Now it comes down to actually like crafting that ad concept, which an ad concept is simply just an idea. I just need you guys to understand that. And you can't start crafting this until you have a desire across the market that we can speak to, until you understand who your audience is, like understand that desire for a girls' night, really understand like the girls and stuff like that, and why they have this desire, what they want, what they're really trying to do. That's what you really want to know. And then also to know how our product solves that desire. So for example, how does this product solve the desire for girls' night? We really need to look at that. Now, again, what is an ad concept? For me, it's 3 creatives. This is 3 videos or 3 photos. I never do like 2 videos and a photo. And that's because when I write this concept, I'm writing down, you know, like for example, like I wrote down the creative text. Well, I built this creative text specifically for a video or a photo. And I can't build an ad specifically for a video and then like try to make a photo out that. It just doesn't look right. So that's why I do 3 videos or 3 photos, and I write it to specifically which one I want. 1 body copy, 1 headline as well. Now, your first step of writing an ad concept always starts with writing hooks. So your hook is the main thing that's grabbing people's attention on the creative. There's a lot of like, you know, what grabs people's attention first? Is it the creative or is it the body copy on Facebook? For me, I'm always creative. Creative is responsible for 80% of the results. So, and then this next thing is, all right, what's the first thing that screams to people on the creative? It's the hook. So like right here, 1 bottle shrinks minnow belly. That's the hook for this photo. And then right here, this video, this is for my girlies who need a girls' night soon. That's a hook for them. So now that you know the hook is, you want to start writing these down. And all you want to do is grab a sheet of paper and just write. Boom, 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 boom. Write a whole bunch of hooks down that call out the desire and also to attract your ideal customer. And then write about 20 or 30 of those just to really get like, you know, good set of data, and then pick out the top 3. So for example, this is for my girlies who need a girls' night soon. So for the desire for a fun activity for girls' night, this calls out those girls and, you know, kind of calls out that girl night. 1 bottle shrinks minnow belly. Well, this specifically calls out, hey, the desire to shrink my minnow belly, and a minnow belly specifically calls out our ideal customer, which is girls who have minnow belly. Minnow belly is basically girls who are on menopause and have weight gain in their midsection right here, and they call it minnow belly. If you didn't do your research, you wouldn't know that. So we found that through research. So here's a couple things that I also like to do is go on, like this is YouTube right here in this area, and literally start to like search the things. Like for example, the desire to lose weight. I'm gonna go on YouTube and search up how to lose weight. And I'm gonna see a whole bunch of titles of videos on how to lose weight. And I use these to come up with different hooks. I can also see some different visuals too that's grabbing people's attention. You can also do this on TikTok too as well. Just go on TikTok, how to lose weight. Look at the hook in terms of like what people say in the first 3 to 5 seconds. Also look at like what some of the captions on the screen and stuff like that. This will also give you a lot of headline ideas. Then also Google just how to lose weight and see from an organic perspective. Basically means you scroll past the ads and you can see what's kind of like ranking really well. Now, once you have a hook, you can start planning the rest of the creative. So you want to plan the creative to be a photo or a video, as mentioned, because like when you build this, you build it with the intentions of being a video or build it with the intentions of being an image. So for example, right here, I use a Google Doc. That's how I organize all my concepts. It's just Google Docs. It just makes it easy. I got a team of 10, 12 people. So like there's a lot going on. So I just use Google Docs, makes it easy to organize. So here's creative headlines. That's why I call it, for a video, aka like the creative plans for a video. And here's the creative headlines for an image. These are 2 completely different concepts, but I just want to articulate that to you guys. So this one right here, this one, these creative headlines for the video is basically like everything that like the flow of the video. It might be a script, or we might send this to my video editor and he just adds these like on the screen as like captions and stuff like that. Next one right here is creative headline for an image. And here we just simply just calling out this one actually, now that I'm looking at it, these are like, each one's a different photo, but usually for like an image, I would only call out just one headline that we want to put on that image, and it may be like a few things that are subtext. So, but yeah, so now you know the creative plans. So did our research, found our desire, We wrote some hooks. We found 2 or 3 hooks we like. We built out the creative plans for it. We either created an image or a video. If you're asking yourself, Nick, which one should I do, image or video? It really doesn't matter. It just depends on what do you need to get your idea across. I see 50-50 video and image on every account we run, and I spend $2 million a month on Meta. There's not one that's better than the other. If you're really good at creating images, you're gonna be more biased in image. If you're really good at creating videos, you're gonna be more biased to videos. But for someone that's seen it all, I see 50-50 with image and video in every account we work on. Now, next thing, after you have your creative like planned out, we wanna write the kind of the ad copy that goes with this. So this is gonna be your Facebook body copy and your Facebook headline. So you can see an example right here. Here's the body copy, boom, boom, boom. And then here's the headline that we put on it. For the body copy, it just kind of depends. So like, for example, if we do a video that's really in-depth and really educational, what I'll do is I'll make the body copy more enticing people to want to watch the video. Maybe we have a video that has no information at all. It just shows a product dangling in the air, for example. I'll do maybe a little bit more information in the body copy, just kind of depending on what stage of the funnel we're starting at. Same thing for photos. Sometimes the photo is just to strike attention and I explain everything in the copy. Then sometimes the photo actually educates people and I just do something in the copy that's kind of like, gets people's attention. For the headline on Facebook, I like to give a reason, kind of like the call to action of why people should click that shop now button. So free shipping for the next 24 hours. For this one, improve your workouts, try mushrooms. So I just kind of like to call it like a specific benefit or like a reason for people to click that shop now button. Basically your call to action. Lastly, if you're stuck in the ad creation process, just look at your competitors' ads and replicate what they're doing. Fastest way just to get started. Every marketer starts off at the replication phase, and look, no shame in it. Everyone's done it. So start off at that, and then over time, build your own kind of like style and start testing more of your own unique ideas you have. And then I like to use Asana to organize everything. Again, I have a team of 10, 12 people. So I like to use Asana to manage everything. We have our ad concepts is where we start off the ideas at. Then we move over to like copy creation, creative production, and we'll just move these along the process as things are being built, depending on what stage they're in. Okay, now we're gonna start on the actual creation phase of the creatives. So a couple different ways or types of creatives, or like where we kind of like get the raw content at. So you have like fresh content filmed from creators. I love to use instance.pro. I've been using it for 3 years. That's where we hire creators and stuff like that. Probably have the access to the best quality creators that I've found personally. So that's where we like ship a product to a creator. The creator will do whatever we tell them to do. Then you have like professional videographers and photographers. We do a lot of this as well. A lot of our fashion brands, they just rely on professional shot videos and photos. A lot of just B-roll of people living the lifestyle that we want to appeal to. And then we also have just stock video and photo. If you go to shutterstock.com, that's where we get a lot of our stock photo and video. Can get expensive fairly quick just because, we pay for all these photos. But yeah, so all of these are ads that we run for our clients and all have like their own unique use. Now, once you actually have the raw content ready to go, then from there, you actually have to like maybe need some editing done and stuff. Not all of us are editors or anything like that. So NLC.com, one of my favorite places. Like I used them when I was growing as an agency. I think I had like 3 to 5 clients creating like 3 to 6 ads per client a week. And they were phenomenal in LC. Once I got to a point where I had to hire 2 full-time visual creators, now they just, I don't use them anymore, but they're really good for like a single brand or maybe an agency that's starting off with a handful of clients. Also have freelancer.com, really great place as well to find video editors. You also have like canva.com for photo if you want to edit yourself, CapCut.com for video. I've never used CapCut, but I've seen a lot of people talk good about it. So just full transparency on that. Have used NLC, have used Freelancer, have used Canva, so I can attest to that. CapCut, no, I've never used it. Also too, some of you guys might have noticed, but I actually have a heavy video editing career. Like that's what I did for a couple of years before getting into the ad space. So I'm very talented with like Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects, Adobe Photoshop. That's what a lot of professional artists use as well, like visual designers. All right, next part is ad account goals. So you got the, desire down, you did the research, you planned out the creatives, you created the creatives. Now, there's one more thing we got to do before we actually get the ad account live. And that's actually set the goals. Like we have to run the numbers and set the goals. So this is a sheet right here that I'm actually going to give you guys. So this sheet right here, I'm going to give you guys a download link for it. But this is how we can set our targets. So let's say, for example, our AOV, if you don't know what your AOV is yet, then you can just type in like your product price. So like maybe I'm selling a product for $50 and maybe my cost of goods is $10 and my shipping and handling is $10. So we have basically $30 of profit per sale. And that gives us a 60% gross margin. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, anything below 70% is very difficult. So ideally, you wanna be at a 70% gross profit margin. Now, next thing is this is gonna tell you is your CPA for break even, and then your break even ROAS of 1.67. So that basically means we need to be above a 1.67. Now, if you're just starting out with Facebook ads, you may not have an LTV yet. So you can just put your AOV, like $50, but maybe you have been in business for a while. Maybe you have like a $75 LTV. We have one brand right now that has a $70 AOV and like a $120 LTV for a 3-month period of time. Now, 3-month NC ROAS, you may not know this. That's perfectly fine. NC ROAS you can find in Triple Well if you're on Triple Well. If you're not on Triple Well at all, you can just use regular ROAS and look at the last 3 months. So maybe you have like a 2.0. All right. And if you don't have this at all, just put something random and I'll show you why. So next one is your 3-month ad spend average. Maybe that's basically just your monthly average per month. So like maybe we spend $50,000 a month. Maybe we spend $20,000 a month. Maybe we spend $10,000 a month. All right. Or maybe just getting started and you plan on spending $5,000 over the next 30 days, or let's say $3,000 over the next 30 days. All right, cool. So if we hit a 2x ROAS at $3,000 in spend with a 60% gross margin, we're going to do $6,000 in revenue with total cost of goods and shipping of $2,400. And that's going to leave us $600 in profit. Now, obviously that doesn't include your other fees and everything like that. So this just kind of gives us our like day one. Now, here's the key thing here. We're doing a $50 AOV with a $75 LTV. So this $600 increases in value from $600 to $2,400. So we make another $1,800 in profit, but over the next 3 months. So month 1, you make $600. Then, or month 0, you make $600, which is just like day 1. Then month 1, you make $600. Month 2, you make $600. Month 3, you make $600. So you make another, like basically it's $1,800 just spread out across 3 months. Okay. Now let's look at this. If you had a $50 LTV, you make nothing. $600 increases in value to $600. So that's $0 difference. So that's the importance of LTV. All of our clients have a good LTV, so they continue to make more money. You know, for example, we have a client with like a $100 AOV, let's say like a $20 cost of goods. So we have our 70%, and their 3-month LTV is $150. Their 3-month NC ROAS is 2.0, and we're currently spending about, no, actually I say that's about 2.2. And we're currently spending about we're spending $500,000 a month. All right. So this is one of our real clients right now. And $500,000 at a 2.2x ROAS. Month 1 profit or month 0 profit is $270,000. But that $270,000 increases in value to $655,000 in profit. So a little over $300,000, I'd say almost $400,000 more in profit. And that's spread out over month 1, 2, and 3 after month 0. So they make over another $100,000 a month in profit. So you can kind of see right here, month over month profit. Month 1, they make $270,000. Month 2, they make $270,000 plus additional profit from returning customers. Month 3, now they have month 1 and 2 coming into month 3 on top of the original. So it just keeps compounding to where you start making large money. This is why I said the most you can acquire customer wins, because they can go ahead and they have this really good LTV. Now with this sheet right here, you can model different ROAS goals. So maybe 2.0, maybe 1.5. And you can model different ad spends to see what month 1 profit you need to hit, and then also 2 different LTVs based off of that. So it's important to know these goals here, so that way you understand how to manage the ad account moving forward. And you can download this sheet by going to this YouTube video right here, and I give you this sheet where you can leverage yourself. Okay, so now it's time. We've done the research. We found our desires. We figured out how to position our product in the marketplace. We've gone ahead and we plan out some creatives. We've gone ahead and filmed the creatives. We've gone ahead and even planned out the goals for our ad accounts. Now let's set up the ad account. The fun part can finally begin. So our ad account structure is actually super, super basic. So we do one campaign, and I'll explain a couple examples really quick. Let's say I'm selling 2 supplements. I'm a supplement store and I'm selling 2 supplements. I'm just gonna do one campaign and both of those products are gonna go in there. Let's say I have a clothing brand and I have a women's collection and a men's collection. I'm gonna have a women's campaign and a men's campaign. Let's say I'm trying to think of other examples. You know, I'm a pharmaceutical company. I think that's probably the most common. Maybe I'm a clothing brand and have a ton of different clothes. but all for men, all are going to go in one campaign. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm also going to create a new campaign per country, because different countries have different shipping rates and I might have different goals for that. Also too, as I continue to build up the accounts, it's easier to just create a new campaign versus add a country into an already existing performing campaign, and it throws everything off. So that's just a couple examples for like new campaigns right there. But I do one campaign, CBO turned on. I think it's called like Advantage Campaign Budget now, but like whatever that technically would be. I guess it's like ABO, but it's not ABO. Just make sure you can edit the budget at the campaign level. Next thing what I do is I launch new ad sets inside of this campaign, all broad targeting, and I make new creatives earn their spend. So this campaign, broad targeting, CBO, and when I create a new ad set, the only thing different is the creative. So the only variable I'm testing is the creative. I do not want a secondary campaign that's like able for creative testing campaign, because it does not allow me to see what takes majority of spend for the accounts and positively impacts the business. When I say positively impacts the business, that means when a creative takes majority of spend, it's going to allow me to either spend more in the ad account because overall CPA drops and ROAS increases, or it negatively affects it and CPA shoots up, and I just simply turn it off. That's it. And I'm gonna show you guys more on this. Here's dynamic creative turned on. And then here's just kind of how the ad set like structured. All I do is exclude 30-day purchases. I get a lot of people ask me that. I just want to kick someone out the funnel as soon as they purchase. That's it. I only want to do 30 days though, because I want customers to come back and talk good about my business. That's why I do 30-day purchases. Age 18 to 65. Again, unless like I'm targeting men, for example, for a clothing brand, then I'll do like just men for gender. But for the most part, age 18 to 65, gender, just all, again, unless I know my gender is a specific one. Now, another thing about age is that I get so many people like, Nick, Facebook's targeting like 30-year-olds and my target persona is 18-year-olds. The reason why is because your creatives appeal to a 30-year-old. So go rebuild your ads to target an 18-year-old. That's all I'm gonna say. That's also where we're gonna get to our next topic, which is when we do broad targeting and everything. And that's because we let Facebook scan your creative. Like Facebook scans like hundreds of thousands of data points on this creative, the creative itself, the body copy, all that. And based off of this, it figures out who it needs to target. If you go open up your Instagram Reels right now, likelihood it's showing you things you're interested in, because Facebook knows what you like. And it's based off history of swiping and looking. And, Facebook can detect from your front camera on your phone, like, hey, this person's smiling at this type of ad. Let's show them more ads like that. Or smiling at this piece of content. Let's show them more content like that. So that's why we use broad targeting. We let Facebook's algorithm do all the targeting for us because it's smarter than us. And that also, too, doesn't limit our scaling potential. Broad targeting also gives us much more stability, and it also too gives us much more freedom because now we can only focus on the creatives. Also, another example right here of how the broad targeting thing works. Facebook's consistently auditing the people who engage with the ad and swipe on the ad and all that stuff. If a lot of people swipe past your ad, don't click on it, well, guess what? It's going to put the ad less in front of those people. If a lot of people stop on the ad, it's going to show more like those people. So just full transparency on that too as well. Another really good example right here is one of our accounts where we had a female and a male ad. This is a male golfer right here. This is a female golfer right here. And we can see on the male golfer, $9,400 was spent on the male golfer, $10,000 with $617 on the female. And this one right here is a female right here. And we can see about $7,600 spent on this female ad. Now there was about $3,900 spent on the male. Full transparency right there. It was a pretty girl. That's a golfer. A lot of men were stopping to check out the girl. Just transparent on that. Because we turn on dynamic creative in that ad set, what we want to do is call it 3-2-2. So you want to put in 3 creatives all separated by 1 variable. So for me, I'm a big fan of testing the visual hook. So all are gonna have the same hook, all are gonna be built exactly the same, but we're just gonna change the visual hook in each of those creatives. If it's a photo, we're gonna leave the hook the same on all the photos. We're just gonna change different designs in each photo. And then we're gonna do a new body copy, which is like what we wrote in our ad concept. And we're gonna do an existing winning body copy. If you don't have an existing winning body copy, then just don't worry about it. And same thing for the headline. We'll put an existing winning headline or a new headline. If the new headline is going to come from your that doc that we created. Now, you can see right here, just an account that we've been testing new ad sets with new creatives. Each number is a different concept. And I already showed you guys what an ad concept is at the beginning of this video. So 123 is a concept, 124 is a concept. Each one of these are a concept. He even has some new ones scheduled, ready to go. Now, right here in this dynamic creative ad set, you can see right here, this one took off. It's taking majority of spin. It's doing a really good cost per acquisition for this particular account right here. And we're scaling it. Now, you can see right here, there's a couple with like really good cost per purchases. A couple reasons why. This is delayed attribution. I mean, they didn't really have much spin. And secondly, Facebook, I see this all the time. Nick, I got like $5 to spend in like a 5x ROAS. And like, yeah, you got one purchase. That means nothing. I want to know what works at scale because that gives me more confidence in the data. And you can see right here, this is DCT that took off. We immediately saw an impact in the business because now this new dynamic creative test had full, basically essentially like, we could take over full control of all that ad spend for the account. And because we're only running one campaign, we can immediately see an impact in the business because Facebook's the main driver of revenue for this store. And this is also using Triple L right here if anyone has questions around that. So, and that's how we were able to scale for this account. I think I'll show you all at the beginning, but like last 7 days, we spent $67,000 in this particular campaign right here. All right. Now, as mentioned before, we've gone through, got our desires, we did our research, we built our concept, we filmed our raw content, we got everything edited, we went ahead and set our account goals. It even showed you how the ad account structure is set up. Now we're gonna look at ad account management and finally finish this video for you guys. This is gonna be more about like the scaling, when to turn off ads, and those good things right there. So first things first, we launched 2 to 3 new DCTs every 7 days. Again, DCTs, that's one ad concept per DCT. So that's about 2 to 3 new ad concepts. And we know there's three creatives here, 3 photos or 3 videos per DCT. So that means that's about 6 to 9 new ads every 7 days we're creating. So for the account. And basically, if that DCT doesn't take off and take majority spin for that campaign, we turn it off. And our goal is to find ones that take up maybe 50% or more of spin that drops overall CPA and allows you to spend more. I'll tell you right now, I get this all the time. Nick, I launched a new DCT and it's only getting a little bit of spin. My main ones are still getting all the spin. I need to separate my main ones. False. Facebook is continuing to spin on the ones that's already working because the new ones suck. It doesn't work as good. Look, I'll be transparent with you guys. We only see about 1 out of every 10 DCTs. So 1 out of every 10 ad concepts we create take off and perform well for the business. So just giving you some kind of like, realistic things to look at for like KPIs and stuff like that. Facebook's going to continue to spin on what works the best. And your goal here is to beat that. Your goal is not to build a half-ass ad that, maybe does a little bit better. Your goal is to build a new ad that works substantially better so you can drastically increase that budget when it takes off and positively impacts the business. Now, how do we determine that? Well, we just kind of look at overall revenue to spend and look at our overall ROAS. Or for our more advanced students and people that follow the channel, we look at NCCPA. Now, also too, looking at NCCPA, what we're doing here, this is how we actually scale. How do we scale budget? So what we do is we look at overall NCCPA for the business. We use Triple L for this. If you don't have Triple L yet, just look at overall ROAS. The only thing that's it's cool about NCCPA is that separates overall CPA, which includes returning customers. NC is just new customers. And that's what we really want to grow for the business. More new customers means more returning customers down the line. And basically what we want to do is, hey, is this hitting target over the last 24 hours? Yes. Scale by 20%. Target is what we set in the ad account goals. Now, if NCCPA is not hitting target for the last 3-day average, well, guess what? We're going to scale down by 20% every 3 days. So look at the average last 3 days. Oh, it's not hitting target. Scale down by 20%. Wait 3 days. Is it hitting target? Nope. Scale down by 20%. Wait 3 more days. Nope. Scale down by 20%. That's all we're doing. And then as soon as the last 24 hours starts hitting target again, we'll scale it by 20%, or we'll just let it coast until we find new winning ads that allows us to scale past that. And that's it, guys. As mentioned, like our ad account structure, super simple. We spend out of 10 hours, 8 hours is on research, building the perfect ad. And shoot, I wouldn't even say that. Out of 10 hours, 9.5 hours is building the perfect ad. 30 minutes is actually uploading in the ad account. We barely spend any time on managing the ad account. We let Facebook do everything. All we're doing is increasing, decreasing budget, or turning off DCTs, and that's it. We keep it very simple. I've been running this strategy now for over 1.5 years. And like I said, we manage about $2 million a month in ad spend, and we let Facebook do everything for us. And we just focus on the hard hitting stuff, which is better ads. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Any questions, drop them below. I'll make sure to get to it. And if you're interested in us coming to run your ads, or if you want to be a part of my mentorship program, links are below for both of that. Y'all take care. Have a good one.